What is up, you guys? The Fallout What If here. And today I thought about doing What If Deku was the God of War Part 8. Now, I know I haven't been doing this for a very long time, and I understand that. So, I thought about just doing this and also making the other one, What If Deku was in the Rosario X Vampire universe, and probably a Naruto one as well. So yeah, don't worry about that. Anyway, like I said, I'm sorry. It was kind of a weird situation at my house, and yeah, pretty much I decided to go with this. But now, anyway, where we last left off, Deku was fighting the Nomu. Him actually destroying him, sacrificing his life, not knowing that he was actually technically immortal. He died and then was brought back to life. And I understand. Well, yeah, the God of War Kratos did it, but that was because he did some stuff with his. There was what's it called? He had to get out of hell or something like that. And yeah, I understand that, but Deku just got into his mind space where Kratos is acting like the medium and basically somebody who can revive him again. Besides, he technically wasn't dead. He just lost so much stamina that he was actually like partially dead. And believe me, if you lose a lot of your stamina, man, that actually freaking hurts like a... But anyway, now, Deku has gotten much more stronger due to him dying and due to Kratos seeing Deku as somebody who, well, technically, somebody who was called pushed his limits and fought till the very end. Kratos saw this and he decided to give him much more power, but not a lot, just enough to make him unlock some new moves, and basically he could smash through the ground and create like spikes all over it. He could technically what's it called? He could technically yell to the point where it hurts the ears. And let's see. I know that there was Kataki, and there was also Mina, I believe. I kept messing up. It kind of got me mad right now just for forgetting, because I just watched all the God of War series while I was at work. But anyway, now the next 2 weeks. Hold on, give me a second here. Okay, it's Kataki, Mina, and freaking Momo. So Momo, expressed his her love for him, and now she's part of the whole God of War, you know. Well, technically, you know what I mean. And Momo is much more giddy with excitement. Her talking to Deku, holding his arms, and yeah, pretty much Kataki and Mina. Wait, is it Mina? Jeez, I keep forgetting again. No, wait, it is Mina. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just messing up. I'm like very tired. But right now, that's not the point. Point is, I just got to keep going at it. But anyway. For the next 2 weeks, Deku has trained Momo as well, and is teaching her how to use the bow. Why the bow? Well, as far as I know, I don't think I gave any of the weapons to, the bow to anybody else. So I think Momo would be good with a bow. And yeah, pretty much it. So most of the time, they've just been doing a bit of special training. Let's just say it's a little bit of special training right there, because you know the God of War has to keep exercising. He has to do those push-ups, pull-ups, you know. But anyway, so that happens, and Katsuki has been talking to Bakugo and training him with his quirk from time to time. Not only that, Kirishima has been training with freaking Momo, so that way she can get used to the thing. And Ashido has been training with Denki from time to time, because since Denki uses his boots, she wants to use her quirk, to use her acid quirk, to spray on anybody in a second. So basically, he's dodging while she's like doing some target practice. Now Deku is inside his mindset fighting with Kratos from time to time. Basically, Kratos saying, "Boy." Deku saying, "Yes, sir." "Come here for a second." And Deku goes there. And Kratos just tells him how was his day, because most times than not, he never actually hears from Deku. He can see only a little bit from Deku's mindset, but that's pretty much it. So getting to know his day brightens his mood. Now, there is something I actually wanted to do, and I'm going to do it though. But it's only going to be the time when All For One versus All Might. If you guys know what I'm going to do, it involves a certain God of War. Just catch that in a couple of episodes. But anyway, Deku goes and he's done with his training. Basically, the 2 weeks are up. Then the sports festival begins. Now, I can tell you what's going to happen, because it's pretty much Deku. Oh, technically, Kaminari is actually first place. What do you mean, Fallout? It's the God of War, Fallout. It's supposed to be him, Fallout. Well, yes, but to be technical, Kratos isn't known for running at speeds that Hermes can. Sorry, but he can only run about, what, 50 miles at least at top speed, as far as I remember, due to the fact that he doesn't like just he works on his strength. He's the God of War, not the God of speed or anything like that. But Deku did use the boots as well, and actually giving Momo prisoner's bond or god bonds, because if you guys don't remember, I said that if they have a bond with Deku, or if Deku gives them like a special, like if he trusts them to the point, or I don't know how to say this, but it's a bond, or it's the oath of blood, or I forgot what it was called. But Deku gave Momo enhanced the same enhancements that I gave the others: enhanced stamina, a bit of enhanced strength, enhanced speed, and enhanced dexterity. Now, Kaminari's already finished with his how do I say it, with his quirk, or no, him using his freaking Hermes boots, then Deku, then Kirishima, then Bakugo, then Ashido, then Katsuki, and after that Mina, then Momo. Pretty much all of them using the boots. Like, if you guys don't remember, I said that they can also use their they can also use each other's weapons, or Deku's, but Deku gave them the ability to also switch out. But with Deku, he can also use it at like, if somebody's already using it, he can take it away and use it as well. So basically, yeah, all of them cheated. Technically, all those people cheated. But Todoroki is kind of frustrated due to the fact that Deku, as far as I know, yeah, is kind of irritating Todoroki. He hates him, but he also understands that this is no like ordinary. This is no ordinary human. This is somebody much more like powerful. Now, the whole situation goes like this. There is the what is it called? There is the freaking jeez, I actually forgot. Deku, no, the cavalry battle. Okay, so the cavalry battle goes a little different. Deku being the horse, or the front, and it's, who's it called? Momo on top, Mina, and then Katsuki. You know why? Because none of them actually got any of the freaking as far as I remember, none of them actually got like first, second, or third place. They only got like fourth, fifth or sixth. But yeah, pretty much now Deku chose them because they were technically the ones who were just like looking at all the other dudes like with hatred. Like if you talk to our man, we're gonna kill you. Just a step back, step aside, shoo, flee. And Deku was like, well, I did say that what's it called, women are scary at times. And this is when the God of War was like, boy, there is nothing to fear but fear itself. These pathetic humans. Because he's still kind of, he's still kind of him. But what I'm trying to say is like, you don't need to fear them. You have my strength. That is the only thing you have, which makes you stronger than them. And Deku's like, yeah, but it's like I don't want to hurt them. And what's called Kratos is like, you still have much to learn, boy. But anyway, the cavalry battle begins. Now, all of them actually go to freaking Denki, but Denki also had freaking, I forgot who his team was. Let's say he's the horseman right now. And he's just shooting off lightning towards everybody. Deku can technically, grab his freaking chains, or yeah, his chaos blades. He jumps, or not jumps, he throws them all the way to the floor where freaking Kaminari's at. He just, he pulls himself and the others towards them. Momo actually grabbing the bow and basically using light arrows, which summons a pack of wolves, to just jump on them and try to grab the freaking thing. After that, Momo jumps and Deku uses, let's freaking Momo use the shield? I believe it's the shield? Yes. Uses the shield because Kaminari was going to shoot lightning at her, but due to the freaking power of the shield blocking all the attacks, basically she slams her freaking shield onto his face, basically grabbing onto the headband and jumping off. But not after Sero grabbed the tape on her headband and basically pulled it away. So basically they got the million and they got their headband, which was technically Deku's. So it's basically a switch off. And Kaminari's like, wait a minute. What? Sarah, how come you just didn't go for the other one? Sarah was like, yeah, I was technically looking at it, but then at the same time, I didn't know if I was actually going to make the shot, but her head was wide open. Sarah was like, oh yeah. Kirishima was like, you retarded Pikachu. And this is when they're running away. And here's the thing. Deku was cheating. Because Deku Deku knew that Bakugo was using one of the gauntlets. He was like, oh, hey, Deku. Sorry, but I think I need that headband. Pointing the freaking gauntlet to their face. And this is when Deku just said, what gauntlet? And Bakugo sees nothing more than just his hand. And Bakugo was like, yo, you cheater. And Deku was like, how am I cheating? You're using my equipment. And Bakugo was like, oh yeah, fudge. But anyway, Deku just starts running away. And this is when Todoroki starts to use his ice pillars. But Deku starts getting kind of mad, using his God of War rage, and basically yelling, using a thing called Battle Cry, which actually vibrates a lot of the objects or something around them, using the air and basically sound to destroy or shatter people at times. But if they're behind them, it doesn't actually hurt. But if anything's in front of it, then most likely it's going to be broken. So the ice breaks. Todoroki's like, what the heck? President Mike is like, whoa, hold on here. I thought he only had fire and ice and basically just some of those weapons. And Aizawa was like, yeah, pretty much that's a mystery all in itself. This kid is very strong. And All Might was called, I don't believe I told him that he knows who get I don't think, hold on. Yeah, I don't actually think that Deku told anybody about him using him gaining new abilities. I just know that All Might just knows that it's probably All For One that gave it to him, but he's not gonna say it. No. He's not going to say it one bit, because he knows that if he just plays his cards right, he'll find the culprit and Deku. But anyway, Deku destroys the ice. Basically, time is up, and that's it. Now, different fights are going to happen. I'm going to set each and every one up, because I knew I was going to do this, so it's kind of like this. It's Katsuki versus Bakugo. It's Sero versus Todoroki. Mina versus, what was her name? Momo. And after that, Deku versus, I believe it's Shinzo. So, with Katsuki versus Bakugo, both of them start flying up in the air, blasting each other, with both of them knowing that one of them is going to have to, like, run out of stamina. And this is when she uses the shield, which protects her, and Bakugo gets blasted away. Bakugo using the other gauntlet, Thunder Fist, or the Zeus Fist, and basically floats and punches freaking Katsuki in the freaking gut. And this is when he uses he steals the gauntlet from Katsuki because she wasn't concentrating anymore. Him now flying at full range, blasting her all the way down to the floor. But before that even happens, she was prepared for that. Her landing using the shield as a cushion. I don't know how the God of War actually survived that fall, but even though I can't even survive it in the game. But anyway, she uses the shield as a cushion. Basically, she isn't on the ground or out of bounds. She's basically on there, protecting herself, and knowing the fact that Katsuki now has something against, or has a move that she can't use against freaking Bakugo. Her now using Hermes boots. And Katsuki was like, sheesh. Him now just having to rely on his senses, which don't actually work as much because, yeah, he's just getting punched now, and punched, and punched, and punched, and punched. Now getting a flurry of freaking fire, or not fire, freaking explosions, because now she's going around him like a tornado's happening, and it's basically a new version of what's called howitzer, full howitzer impact. And basically it's called rushing impact, which it's a tornado full of explosions. Basically Bakugo loses due to all the explosions hitting him at once every, there's 2 every 1 second. So yeah, it's basically him losing. Bakugo gets mad, but as long as it wasn't anybody that wasn't or if it wasn't the Deku squad, and even if it wasn't her sister, yeah, he'll be all right. But if it was anybody else, let's just say Shinzo, or probably Tokoyami, then he's been training with the God of War, so his pride is kind of hurt, but it's not damaged. So yeah, that's a plus right there. Besides, Bakugo's sister is going to be in the finals. I think so. I don't really know, actually. But anyway, now I think I said, crap, I actually forgot. No, it's Sero versus Todoroki. Now, it goes a little different due to the fact that Deku says, Sarah, look, I know how you say it. I know I should have told Katsuki this, but we're not supposed to I'm not going to allow you guys to use the boots. Sarah says, what? But I'm versing him. Deku says, look, Sarah, I understand that the boots are very useful from time to time, but it doesn't mean you have to use it often. I believe in you, Sarah. I gave you the axe as well, so you can use it as much as your heart's content. Just remember your training, alright, buddy? Sarah kind of feeling happy because he's never actually been praised as much from freaking Deku, but just to hear that just like gets his blood pumping like, alright, somebody's gonna die. But anyway, Deku goes and tells the others, don't worry, I think Sarah's got this. And Sarah's like, okay, so I'm supposed to beat you. And this is when Todoroki's like, okay, you're not a problem to me. You're just a thorn on my side. So, here's the thing. Just give up. Nothing bad will happen to you. And this is when Sarah just uses his tape, pulling himself at full speed, kicking Todoroki in the freaking stomach. Todoroki not even knowing what just happened right here. And here's the thing. You guys probably think Sarah was automatically going to lose. No. This is God of War Sarah now. Or this is like the God of War Deku squad right here. Sarah kicks him, hitting him in the stomach so hard that he was about to faint. But Sarah uses the freaking tape to wrap around Todoroki and fling him. But this is when Todoroki uses the ice and basically saves himself. Todoroki's like, oh man, that was actually a good plan of mine. Deku saying to Mina, who do you think's going to win? And how you say it? Mina says, it's probably Todoroki. He has fire and ice. And this is when Deku says, yeah, it probably might be him. But the fact that Sarah's what's called trained as well, he actually is much more agile than Todoroki, so it might give him the upper hand. This is a close one, so let's just keep going, alright? Or let's just keep watching. Mina saying, okay. Now, Sarah just keeps dodging all the ice attacks, which is making freaking Todoroki mad. Now, what I didn't tell you guys was Sarah actually developed the new kind of adhesive right here, which was based off of Mina's quirk, due to the fact that his tape can actually be sticky or it can have some side effects to it. Now, Todoroki using the ice and basically hitting the floor, making an ice pillar of its own, hitting freaking Todoroki's ice pillar, basically stopping the both of those. This is when Sarah launches himself up in the air and uses the ice as a cover, since Todoroki didn't see it at all. He would think it's on either left or right. But no, it's up in the air. Todoroki uses the freaking axe and throws it all the way behind freaking Todoroki. Todoroki saying, you missed. And this is when Todoroki feels a wrap around his leg, and basically Sarah, how do I say it? He spins out of control. And why did I say this, the tape or the adhesive tape? Well, Sarah put some acid style tape to Todoroki's legs, but not around where it can hurt his skin. It's actually on the outside. So when Todoroki tries to freaking ice it, all it just does is melt the freaking ice. Basically making it so that Todoroki would not have to, or Todoroki not being able to actually melt the or like freeze up the tape and just snap it. So now Todoroki's in a bind. But he's not thinking about using his fire. He's just thinking about using his ice, which he actually makes some ice shards and shoots it at freaking Cero, but he actually messed up on one thing. Deku told him not to use the Hermes boots, but he never said anything about the freaking about the Thunder Fist. So he uses the Thunder Fist, and then wham! Right there, the ice breaks. Him pulling Todoroki close to him, spinning him all the way around 10 times, basically acting like a little tornado, and throwing him out of bounds. Him hitting his head and basically knocked out. So it's a knockout and an out of bounds. Sarah won. You guys might think that's not cool, but like I said, if he wasn't a part of Deku's squad, then yeah, it would have been probably a fail. Now, here's the... I keep forgetting. I really do. But I wanted to say, I think it was Kirishima. I was going to put, I think, Kaminari or I think Mina. But I wanted to actually do the Tetsu battle. So, here we go. Now, Kirishima versus Tetsu. Pretty much a lot of the same thing happened, but with Kirishima actually using his feet, kicking him, doing roundhouse kicks, basically kicking his legs, beating him up, and not actually using the Thunder Fist, because he wants to see how he would fare against somebody who's technically the same as him. So, them punching each other, and basically Kirishima kicking him in the face once again, and this is when his hardening quirk doesn't actually, this is when his hardening quirk deactivates, and yeah, Tetsu just faints. So, Kirishima just wins. Now, let's say the whole Denki versus the chick. Denki actually uses... Hold on. No, yeah, okay, never mind. Denki using a Chidori to technically to cut through the freaking vines, and basically says, you know what, call me. Because I forgot if Jiro was actually with Denki, or he's actually asking Denki out. But I do know Bakugo is with Round Face. So yeah, Kaminari is just being a playboy, a retarded Pikachu of all traits. But anyway, now the whole thing with freaking, I think Momo versus Tokoyami, that technically ends bad because Momo's actually learned how to use the light, or the light arrows, basically shooting it at Dark Shadow, making him so weak that she uses a wooden katana and basically smacks freaking Tokoyami in the beak, knocking him out, and basically her winning. I forgot who Ashido was versing against, but I think it's the belly button dude. So yeah, now it's Deku versus Shinso. With him, it's much more different. Deku says, alright, I don't know who you are, but let's just get this over with. I have a lot of other people to fight. Sero's like, you have a lot of other people to fight, huh? Let me just tell you this. It doesn't matter anymore if you're one of the strongest people, because in the end, you're nothing more than just a pathetic person. What's called him not speaking because, well, Deku doesn't speak, not because he was told by Ojiro, I forgot what his name is now, the tail dude, I think it's Ojiro or something like that, but yeah, basically being told about being pathetic. Deku not actually knowing why he's saying this, but this is when he says, and yeah, you have those three little or how you say it, those three little tramps with you. And Deku kind of snaps out of it and just says, what the heck did you say to my... Basically being mind controlled by Shinso. But this is when Shinzo kind of got like a genjutsu on him now, because what he saw was the ring, and now he sees a cold freaking freak. What's it called again? It's a cold. How you say it? It's a forest that has snow all over it. It's like blizzard. It's like kind of like a blizzard right now, and basically all he sees is a house, him getting cold, him opening up the door to see the freaking God of War. Yes, this is what I wanted. Now, he was called sees, I forgot what his face was again, but it's basically he saw Kratos actually grabbing him, slamming his freaking mind, basically Shinzo's mind control, person from the inside and slamming it. Basically, Shinzo getting, technically, him getting scared of Deku, him saying, "Who the heck was that man?" And Deku was like, "What man?" And Shinzo was like, "Don't play dumb with me. Who was that? Who was that man?" And this is when, like, Deku was like, "Oh, you mean Kratos?" And he says, "Are you talking about the one with the tattoo?" And Shinzo says, "Yeah, who is he?" And Deku was like, "Yeah, I can't tell you technically. Believe me, he's somebody you do not want to mess with." And he just uses his freaking, he basically runs to him and punches him. Not full force, because, jeez, that will freaking break him. But yeah, pretty much punching him, knocking him out, and technically, he flew out of the ring. So yeah, that happens, and that goes on with, I forgot who. Basically, everything happens until it's Ashido versus Momo. Now, let's just say with the whole Momo versus Ashido thing, basically, one was using a spear and shield, and one was using a bow and arrow. Both of them getting closer and closer to each other. Ashido spilling out some of her acid. Momo trying to use a lot of arrows, and her summoning the wolves, and basically the wolves just like hitting freaking Ashido. Ashido not giving up, basically charges at freaking Momo, and basically hits her with the shield, while hitting her again with not the sharp part of the freaking spear, but the soft part, and basically wrapping her around, picking her up with the spear and slamming her to the freaking floor. Momo kind of gets sad because she thinks she's going to lose, but her using one more arrow trick up her sleeve, which is basically something that was, if you technically like maxed out your freaking Atreus's moves, he can basically summon these little gerbils or whatever the heck these were, and all that happens is there a health potion comes out. Her drinking it up. I don't know where she got it. It's just a part of the game system, and now she's at full health, while Mina is technically kind of at full health because, yeah, she got hit by Momo a couple of times. So Momo becoming in full strength and punching Mina in the stomach, kicking her in the chest, and basically, how you say it, not hitting her with the bow, springing out using 3 of the arrows to basically wrap around freaking Ashido, and just pushing her out of the ring. Her not wanting any more pain. Ashido kind of cries because she thought she could at least beat her, or at least impress Deku. But this is when Ashido has a plan, because Momo is kind of happy right now. But this is when Ashido just grabs freaking Momo's face, starts attacking her lips. Everybody's saying this, and they're all like, "What the heck? Who is this woman here?" Momo kind of blushing, kind of getting like flustered, telling her, is like, "We're not supposed to do that until we get to the house." And Ashido was like, "Yeah, but I just wanted to let you know that you're still a little sub." If you guys don't know what I mean, then this is not the channel for you, my friend. Let's just say go to the... they have Caillou on YouTube still. But anyway, the whole thing that happens is... yeah, let's see. Katsuki versus freaking Kirishima. This is when Kirishima uses his hardening plus the lightning thing. Or the lightning boots. Or not the lightning boots. Thunder Fist. And freaking... And hold on. Sorry, that was a bunch of scam artists right there. But anyway, so what happens here is versus Katsuki versus Kirishima. It basically goes like in canon, where Bakugo basically does that. Basically fights Kirishima. Him losing his hardening mode due to the fact that he didn't recover. Oh, that's what I would have said, but Deku thought, hey, he's going to fight Katsuki, and I gave her a health potion, so it's like, yeah, I gotta help you out too, buddy. So, him at full health. Now, this is a kind of a long battle, but here it goes. Those two starting out, what's called dodging each other's attacks, basically left and right, blast, blast, blast. But this is when what's her face, Katsuki starts using the blast to basically boost her speed, which basically Kirishima can't keep up with from time to time. Him punching her in the gut, which should have knocked her out, but with her stubbornness, Kirishima didn't use his hardening mode because, well, technically he thought that was the end of it. And Katsuki is like, you idiot, and basically explodes him flying out of the ring, hitting the wall. But just in time, Kirishima bounces back, jumping at full force, hitting freaking Katsuki, and basically her losing. Because she already got, even though Kirishima like got blasted, he used his hardening quirk at the same time at just a small little percentage of a second. Basically, even though he got, let's say, 80% blasted, he only received 80% of the damage, not a full 100. So, Kirishima using the hardening quirk still, and basically jumping back and hitting Katsuki in the stomach, or Katsuki in the stomach again, her knocking out due to the full force of his punch. And yeah. So, what was supposed to be Todoroki versus Deku is now Sero versus Deku. And Sero's like, thank you, man. Thank you for believing in me. And Deku was like, no problem. We're friends after all. And Sero's like, yeah, I know that. Even though it's going to be a tough battle, well, for me at least, this is when Deku yells at him and says, you idiots. It doesn't matter if it was me against you, or if it was what's called you against Todoroki or anybody else. You have to have more confidence, man. That's the whole reason why I trusted you in the first place. And how you say it? He says, I believe in you, alright? So give it your all. Even if you were to lose, never put your head down. It's not what a man will do. My master taught me that, and now I have to keep going at it. So, pick your head up high, and fight me. Sero gets boosted, his confidence boosted by tenfold, and basically the fight starts. Him trying to use the same moves, and Deku countering them, punching him, and basically it's a fist fight at first. Him mostly dodging, but Deku actually trying to hit him, taking a lot of the hits. And basically it's kind of one-sided to their standpoint, but what they don't know is Deku's the god of freaking war. So, Deku's taking the hits, but he's also trying to have his right opportunity. This is when he uses a lower percentage of the freaking noise blast or battle cry, which it's Sero because he wasn't paying attention to his mouth, but basically to his body. So that happens. Sero gets blasted, him losing a bit of his vision and a bit of his hearing due to it kind of messing up for a couple of seconds. This is when Deku kicks him in the freaking gut, him flying, but since his sticky tape was there on Deku's legs, because he wouldn't have noticed it due to the fact that he was just concentrated on Sero's face the whole time as well. So basically, one was looking at the face, one wasn't, one was looking at the body, one wasn't. So, him using that to pull Deku and try to slam him onto the floor or off out of bounds, Deku uses his freaking, how do I say it? Him using the freaking, what was it called? I forgot the whole situation, but him using the Chaos Blades to basically stick himself to the ground, pulling himself down. Sero seeing this and was like, jeez. Using his hammer to try to make an ice pillar, Deku uses his fist, hitting the freaking floor, breaking everything, and basically making its own kind of pillar of its the pillar of its own. What's his face again? Cement Dude, Cementos, basically doing the same thing with Todoroki and Deku, and using the things to stop it, create a big blast. But even though Sero used his freaking tape, it basically tore off, and Sero lost the match. Deku winning, him saying Sero, and him Sero kind of in tears because he thought he was going to win. He thought he could at least do it because he has confidence. And I swear to freaking God, shorty, she's actually quite cute. But never mind that. And how do I say it? Deku just saying, don't cry. Yes, I understand. You almost won. You didn't. But that doesn't mean you have to cry. Just think of this as an opportunity for you to improve on it. You almost got me as well, so hey, you have to take that into consideration. Sero is happy and says, thanks, man. And that goes after that. And the whole, let's say it's Mina versus Kirishima. Kirishima beating freaking Mina due to the fact that he was using lightning. And since lightning is a bit more faster than acid, yeah, it basically happens. And that goes on and on. Both of them using ranged attacks, but losing, and crap. Okay, but let's just say that it's Kaminari. I didn't say Kirishima, did? Oh, sheesh. Kirishima using thunder, Mina using her freaking acid, and yeah, pretty much that happens. Kaminari's thunder is faster than the acid. Mina losing due to the fact that he shocked her a couple of times on the legs, on the arms, basically on the parts that weren't protected. Him winning. Now, it's freaking that happens. Kirishima versus Deku. It technically kind of is, but Kirishima has a new power that nobody else knows, which is unbreakable form, and he knew he had to do it when he was versing freaking Deku. So the battle continues like this. Both of them using full force on each other. Kirishima getting hurt and Deku getting hurt because he's using the gauntlets as well. So basically, it's the defense, the strongest defense and the powerfulest weapons versus the strongest attack and the powerfulest weapons. Basically, Deku's technically losing this one. Him not knowing what to do, using basic martial arts, stopping freaking Kirishima from moving all the time, using his freaking using the spear to hit freaking Kirishima, because what was happening, Deku used how do I say it? Him using the spear to basically like hit him at a longer range, and using after that the freaking axe, or yeah, the axe to basically freaking ice Kirishima. After that, him using the gauntlets and doing a weird move. Hold on. I didn't know how to... Okay, here's the thing. I did not know how to do this, but if you guys see what Poe does to him right there, yeah, it's basically what Deku does to him, and yeah, I know this is kind of embarrassing. But, anyway, he does that to freaking Kirishima, basically hitting him, and hold on here, let's see, what was the God? Okay, the God of War right there. Anyway, so he does that to him, basically Kirishima getting like very much damaged, or him getting like very hurt from it, but since he's still in that unbreakable mode, him still having enough power to fight, them having much more of a free-for-all now, basically tackling each other, punching each other. This is when Deku and Kirishima decides to use their weapons, but since Kirishima has his gauntlets, Deku's going to use the lion gauntlets. Now, they're punching each other even harder now. Both of these two have been through like a lot of stuff in their life, basically going through hell, and now they're going one-on-one. And you guys might say, but wait a minute, he's stronger than the Nomu, but Kirishima has been training a lot more to at least uphold this freaking thing right here, and yeah, you guys don't need to see that. But anyway, yeah, pretty much Kirishima losing right there because of the lion gauntlets that he's using. Basically keep punching him right there, now dodging his attacks, or dodging Kirishima's attacks, and yeah, pretty much that goes... Pretty much he loses. The fight with Kirishima is much more different as well, and since if I want... No, I think Kirishima loses to somebody. I think it's Mina. No, I think it's Momo that beats her, and after that, somebody beats Momo, due to the fact that, yeah, pretty much I forgot what else was going to happen. So yeah, there you go. Deku wins, and him getting first place. Then it's Kirishima. Then I think, yeah, it's Zero. So now we're at a crossroads right here. So the whole thing happens. And yeah, pretty much got to leave it off here. Like, comment, and subscribe. And like I said before, I have an Instagram. It's called The Fallout Whatever. Or not The Fallout Whatever. It's just Fallout Whatever. Follow me. I don't actually post things on there. Or, yeah, pretty much I don't. I do have another Instagram. But I don't know if I want to tell you guys. But yeah, pretty much that's it. So, this is The Fallout Whatever here. Bye.